Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers have practically built themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today, I've got an airplane for you. But this is an older kit and no longer available. If you can find one, they are fairly pricey and they're really nice. I'm hoping that Italieri will come out with these, re-release these, kind of like they did with the B-52. But this is the old AMT Ertl. 1/72nd scale EC-135c. This is the Looking Glass. It's the Airborne command post. I've built this before. Oh, it's stunning. There's one of these at Omaha, Nebraska, the Air Force Museum. Thank you. And yeah, it's a beautiful bird. This one, I mean, right now, retail about $55, and if you can get it in a hobby store used, but you're going to see this on eBay some places for over $100. So, you know, it's a neat kit. Here's a side profile, and a little bit about it. Now we're going to open this thing up. Now this I got in a group of other models that says they were started or missing parts. I don't believe this is missing parts. I believe somebody had just taken this off of the sprue, and that's why, some parts off of the sprue, and that's why they said it was started. So they couldn't sell it for full retail. Lucky me. Okay, here's a little bit about the the history of this bird. It's a beautiful plane. And decal placement and painting, pretty neat. Now let's get into the instructions here at the bottom. Has your wow, interesting way to fold the decals. The instructions. Has the color call outs and FS numbers, which is nice. So building the interior, the cabin, all of these KC-135 variants, pretty much the same, you know, assembly through this area here. Electronics rack and navigator screen and all this stuff. It's a shame you don't see any of this once this is assembled. You barely even see those seats once it's assembled. So here's the boom, all that cool stuff in the back end that, again, you're not going to see. And the inside of the wheel well. Front wheel well, your boom window, and then putting all of this together in the basic KC-135 configuration. And putting the wings on. And there's some fit issues, I will tell you that. So it takes a little bit of work. And then you got the TF-33 engines, which is really cool. Really cool. Especially if you were to do like a National Guard, an older National Guard version of a KC-135. Those are the engines you need. Really neat. Putting the landing gear on, which I will not be doing on this because I'm going to make mine in flying configuration. Putting the tail fins on, and then you're starting to put some of this electronics gear on. Now the cargo door does have the option to open or close, either way. I always build them closed, but whatever. Putting more of the electronic stuff on. And I think that is it. Wow. That's it for the instructions. So pretty quick and straightforward on the instructions. Very nice. This is a fairly quick build. It's just big, and so you've got to manage your glue properly because of the long, fuselage parts. So here we go. This is why I got it so cheap, because it was off the sprue. And mine's nice and straight, not warped at all, which is great. But look at these big long areas that you got to get glue on. So I'll probably use the black label testers glue, and with that little needle-like applicator. That usually works pretty good for these types of scenarios. But you can use Tamiya glue. That's, the other option as well. Here's the other side. Here's the decals. It did say on the box that the decals weren't good in this kit. And I can see that, yeah, there's definitely, they're yellowed, which you know how to take care of that. Like put it in the window, let the light hit it for a few hours, it'll be fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this with some Decal Sealer from Microsoft. From Microsoft, yeah. Solvaset, anyway, that company that makes the decals, yeah, stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've got it right here somewhere. No, anyway, micro scale. Thank you, micro scale. I don't know, some days. Anyway, here's the decals. Once I spray these down, I'll have to cut them real close, but you know what? They'll be fine. I'll be able to use them. So I am not worried at all about that. Okay, here is the TF33 engines, the cowlings, and the spinners for them. And these actually build up really nice. Here is a lot of your interior cabin type stuff. And I'm going to build mine all buttoned up, so I don't need to worry about that. Auxiliary power unit, landing gear stuff, your struts for the door, your cargo door. Even has a sink and toilet paper for the bathroom. And a fire extinguisher on this side. So, very, very detailed, actually, for stuff you're not going to see. Here's your wheels and tires. This is your main interior piece. Big cargo piece, and the the commode. You even have a bathroom in there. Again, really neat. They added some of these details. Here's the boom. Straight as an arrow. Looks great. Tail planes. Some of the electronics stuff. These are kind of tricky to trim perfectly so that they don't, look dinged up. So that's a little bit of a trick getting those. These these probes go on the end of each wing. Tail probe, gear doors, which have the interior detail on that. It's really good. Your flight crew door. Detail's good. The detail on the wings, the engraving is superb. It's really, really good. Really good. The detail, the engraving on these. So, and mine are straight. Yep, mine are straight. Lucky me. Wow, I really got a good kit here. Yeah, here's the other wing. Again, straight as an arrow. Back in right so I don't have issues. Here's the rest of my electronics gear for the top. That looks like a refueling boom. The basket for the boom, I should say. Crew ladder and some other oxygen tanks and other interior pieces. The lights that go on the bottom of the fuselage, fuel hose, the boom operator station. Looks really good, really, really detailed. Very, very nice job on these kits. I built several different variants. The only one I didn't build was the E version with the high bypass turbofans. Never did get that one built. Here's the other engines, the other set. And finally the clear pieces, which are great. And there's all sorts of little windows here. You've got your lights for your wings, some other beacon lights, your main landing lights, and your boom operator's window. They did a great job on this, AMT Ertl. And here's your main spar. Again, this thing builds pretty quickly, other than just, making sure that you get this, sealed properly. It is a little bit of work to make sure that you get this thing. And you don't have to use a lot of putty. I can see a couple of places here where whoever took this off the sprue, there's going to be just a little teeny bit that I'm going to need to use. But if I put it together right, and I'm patient as I glue it, and use a good quality fast drying glue like the Tamiya Ultra Thin Cement, I'll have very little that I have to worry about as far as putty. And like I said, I'll probably use that Testors in the black triangle thing for these main long pieces here, and I'll just glue them together and hold them with rubber band or something, but make sure that they're good and solid before I take anything apart there. So anyway, that's it. There you go. This is going to be a beautiful aircraft, and I am looking forward to building this. Like I said, I had it years ago, but I'm going to build it again. So thanks for joining us, folks.